Hey y'all, Jossie the Priestess here, back with another video. This video will be for the full moon in Aries. Any placement, all signs. Yeah, nothing in particular, just a full moon reading. To book me for a personal reading, you guys can reach me with the information in the description box below. I actually have a full moon. I found a full moon in Aries spread. So we're just gonna get into it. Okay. But yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let me see where this spread is. Okay. So I have about 6 questions that I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to clarify each one. So let's hop into it. Spirit, for the full moon in Aries, what is something that has held my collective back? For the full moon in Aries, what is something that has held my collective back? Thank you. Trust. Oops. It's kind of still wet, y'all. Okay. So for the first one, we have trust. So it says, it is safe for you to trust in this situation. So maybe you guys might not necessarily be trusting in divine timing with patience. Maybe you guys kind of are looking at like the glass half empty instead of half full. So you guys might not necessarily be, like I said, trusting in divine timing or trusting of someone, a situation, a career, whatever the case is. But Spirit is just asking you to kind of have patience and that everything will unfold in divine timing. So it says, under patience, it says retreat. Take time alone in nature will help you recharge. I know that's what I did personally. During my full moon ritual, instead of like a full moon ritual that I normally do, I just like make sure I took a walk. But the full moon actually peaked at 10:56 or 10:57 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, but you guys have access to the full moon energy for 3 days before and 3 days after. So whatever ritual you might want to do, you have time to do it. So trust is a main factor that could be holding you guys back. Okay. All right, Spirit. For the full moon in Aries, how can my collective release this lack of trust? Okay. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual awakening. Go slow. Okay, so with awakening, you know, just trust and allow things. Like I said, you might necessarily not be feeling like things are happening the way that you're supposed, or things are supposed to happen in your perception. But you yourself, or you know, like I said, this could be your energy or the energy like external to you. You could be going through an awakening process. So during a spiritual awakening, you kind of have to trust and go with the flow. So Spirit is asking you to kind of just trust in the things that are unseen. Trust in the things that necessarily might not make sense to you. Because at the end of the day, every little piece to the every little piece to the puzzle eventually adds up to, you know, your greatest good. So be sure to go slow. It says go slow, take time to get to know each other. So go slow with because it kind of seems like when you go through a spiritual awakenings, things kind of seem a little foggy. Like some days you might be up, some days you might be down. Some days you might be trusting of the process, some days you might not necessarily be trusting of the process. And it's all a part of like the spiritual awakening process, or some type of like euphoria or epiphany process that you know, everybody goes through. So Spirit is just asking you to just go slow and take your time. Journal if you need to. And they're definitely here. Your spirit guides are here supporting you every step of the way. Every step of the way. So, yep. right, Spirit. What is a way that my collective can step into their inner warrior for this full moon in Aries? What is a way that my collective can step into their inner warrior for this full moon in Aries? So you guys might need to go slow because I'm kind of fumbling over my words. So like, go slow, take your time, literally go with the flow. Like, that's the best way to build trust with your spirit guides and to build trust within yourself, is to literally, and also to build your intuition, is to literally trust the things that you see, like, that are visually in front of you. So be mindful and be watchful of, you know, things that could be going on around you. That's the best way to build trust within yourself and your guides and your higher power too. And that's the best way for them to trust you, by acting on your intuition. Okay, Spirit. One way my collective can step into their inner warrior during this full moon in Aries. Thank you. Okay, self-care, children. So with self-care and children, both at the bottom of this deck, sorry y'all, I'm feeling the energy of taking time to do shadow work, childhood wounds. That's how I'm interpreting this. So take time. It says clear your energy field. Children are important to this partnership. And then I have self-care, clear your energy field. Sorry y'all, but that could be confirmation for somebody that they need to do, like, kind of work on childhood wounds in order to build this trust during this awakening process. But yeah, yep. Reevaluate, like, any partnerships, because it says friendship. This friendship is leading to more. But, you know, reevaluate any friendships, partnerships that, you know, might cause you to, there we go. Sorry, y'all. That might cause you to not be able to step into your power. So yeah, that's how you kind of step into that. Yep. Forgiveness. So I split it right on forgiveness. It says forgive yourself or another to help you move forward. So that can increase upon your trust too, the more that you know, forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made, forgive the mistakes that, you know, was made around you. Because, you know, people only do with what they were given, if that makes sense. Okay. Spirit, how can my collective, sorry y'all, how can my collective, what did it say? How? Define relationship. Okay. So, Spirit, how can my collective with their self, like their relationship with their self, define relationships with other people? So that kind of tied into it too. Spirit, how can my collective's spirit, y'all are really kind of mixing things up. So like I said, when you're going in an awakening process, it's kind of like a lot. You could kind of feel like a lot is going on around you and you necessarily don't have control. So that's where the trust factor comes in. So you kind of have to trust yourself during, like, this whole whirlwind of stuff. Like, genuinely, that's how you fully surrender to the divine, by trusting in them fully, wholeheartedly. Like, that's how you do that, and things literally will fall into place with each other. Okay, so Spirit, how can my collective's relationship with themselves define their relationships with others during this full moon in Aries? So I have the Twin Flame card. This is a divine counterpart connection. So you guys could have a twin flame yourself, or if you don't know if you have a twin flame or not, you can definitely reach out to me, and I can kind of help guide you through that. But the twin flames mirror each other. So whether they know it or not, like, because they share literally kind of the same soul. Well, not even kind of. They do share the same soul. So they mirror each other in a lot of aspects, which causes them to split or causes obstacles within dealing with each other, if that makes sense. So if you kind of notice, like, let's say you have a anger issue, whatever the case is, you have an anger issue, and you start to notice the people that you attract. You don't necessarily like the people that you attract because you guys might always be getting into fights or always getting into some mess or some shit, whatever the case is. You kind of have to look within yourself and see, like, okay, why are people with anger problems attracted to me? Why are people with jealousy attracted to me? Why are people with a lack mindset attracted to me? So you kind of have to go within yourself. That's the whole point of dealing with these childhood wounds. Go within yourself during your awakening during the awakening process. You kind of have to go within and see, like, okay, these are why I'm attracting these type of relationships, whether this is platonic relationships or romantic relationships. So it's kind of like you're a mirror of who you're around, if that makes sense, in some way, shape, or form. And the whole point of an awakening is for you to realize the shadow parts of yourself and or light parts of yourself too. Well, light, to just become more self-aware. 12:12 on the clock. To become more self-aware of yourself, so you can begin to fix these problems and obstacles that you have. So it says obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. So, if you start to see things within yourself, then you'll figure out that you need to release those. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. It can also build your trust too, because you'll start to see how the little pieces of the puzzle put together, comes together. But put away the distractions. Literally, it says put away the computer. Working less will strengthen your relationship. Yep. So distracting yourself and releasing yourself from any type of distractions will allow things to fall into place and essentially build your trust. Yep. And then I got forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you guys might need to work on forgiveness during this full moon. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Spirit, can I have one reminder for how far my collective have came? Spirit, can I please have a reminder for how far my collective have came? Spirit, can I have one reminder how far my collective has came during this full moon? Thank you. Finances, time apart. Okay. So it says finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. So with finances could be a factor that you guys might be attracting more abundance in your life, whatever the case is. But how I'm interpreting this with this card, it's like I'm getting the energy of abundance. So if you, like I said, learn how to fully trust yourself in whatever the case is, and if you have been going through this trust awakening, trusting yourself, awakening to certain things, healing those childhood wounds, looking at the mirror of yourself, this is one way that I'm getting it. Looking at the mirrors and fixing in, the things that you need to fix within yourself. Abundance is in this deck too, but I'm just feeling the energy of abundance with this. So, that abundance can start to come in your life. like things that are kind of solid. Yeah, things that are solid. And with time apart, at the bottom of the deck, some distance will bring clarity. If you need to go into hermit mode, if you realize during this Aries full moon you need to go into hermit mode is literally some distance will bring clarity. Distance from everything. Distance from distractions, distance from your family, distance from your own negative thoughts, distance just for anything, from everything, so you can silence your mind and clear. And the more silence your mind is, the clearer that you can think. Distance yourself from smoking if you need to distance yourself from smoking, drinking, whatever the case is. And then also too, once you start to do this, or if you have done this, you can have an increase in finances, or an increase in like material gain, if that makes sense. Yep. Because abundance has to be leveled out on all aspects, not just financial. So fate. Yep. It says this is a destined partnership, but with fate, I'm just feeling the energy of like, everything that's happening in this life is fated. So, it's kind of best to go with the flow. If you are doing this, kudos to you. Yep. Abundance. I knew I was feeling the card somewhere. Fated abundance. When you do the work that you need to do. So, proud of you guys. All right. How can my collective channel this energy into their future? I'm going to answer that without pulling a card, but I am going to pull a card too. By living in your present. So it says, how can the collective channel that energy into their future? By basically living in the present and going slow, taking your time, and really sitting there and, trusting your gut feeling. Okay. Spirit, how can my collective channel this full moon in Aries energy into their future? Spirit, how can my collective channel this full moon in Aries energy into their future? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, this is interesting. Strictly sexual. Connection is passionate. Whoops. A connection is passionate, but not enduring. So, the energy, well, I'm going to get one to clarify before I say what I'm going to say. Can we clarify strictly sexual? Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Can we clarify strictly sexual? Thank you. Here and now. Okay. Excuse. Sorry, y'all. Whew. No. So you guys might have a lot of distractions going on. Certain issues might be falling by the wayside that you might not necessarily want to deal with or accept. So with strictly sexual, here and now, your true love is already a part of your life, and the connection is passionate but not enduring. So it's kind of like, I feel the energy of maybe you guys need to, because Aries are all about taking action, going forward, like setting the pace, and aces set the pace. So Aries is the first zodiac sign of the 12 zodiac signs. So it's like Spirit is trying to make sure that you're not in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, you're actually gonna Actually, stick to the passions that you do have. That's like one message that I'm getting. Stick to the passions that you have. Because just because it's here and now, or just because certain things are here and now, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be there in the future. So Spirit is kind of asking you to kind of like reassess, if that makes sense. Slow down, think about it, then have that drive towards it. Make sure that your passions have meaning behind them. And like the time to act is, now. If you feel like that's what your intuition is leading you to. Yep. Okay. And I just put the deck on and go slow. Okay. So. Spirit, can I have 3 cards for my collective regarding this Aries full moon? Spirit, can I have 3 cards regarding this Aries full moon? Whoa. I already got 3. So I'm going to take them. I got 4. Okay, so I have nothing will come of this situation. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. And then I have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And then I have what do you need to release? And then I have hold your vision at the bottom of the deck. So this is perfect because this is straight fixed energy. Straight fixed energy. Taurus is fixed energy. The opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. And Aquarius energy, the opposite of that is Leo. And that's fixed energy. And then I have fixed moon at the bottom of the deck. So the energy that I'm feeling off of this is make sure you have a plan to follow the actions that you want to see occur. With nothing will come of this situation, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So your dreams you can have a lot of passion and a lot of amped up, a lot of like I said, emotions behind it. You can have all of that go-getter energy that the Aries and full moon can bring, but if you don't have a plan to follow up with it, then you might not necessarily, it might not necessarily go as you kind of expected it to. Faith without works is dead. So you having that patience, not patience, you need to have patience with yourself during this making of your plan process. But having passion and drive and things like that, that's all fine and good. But you need to have like a solid, concrete, fixed energy towards, so that passion can come to fruition, if that makes sense. So like I said, faith without works is dead. So the faith is like the passion part of the plan, but in order for you to have like a solid, concrete plan, you actually have to, even if it takes you to put pen to paper, you actually have to have like a map to guide you into the future with bring love into the situation. That's Aquarius rules the future. It rules technology. It rules forward movement. Within like a collective society or like a collective idea. But with bring love into the situation, that's the energy that I'm feeling with that. And release any self-doubts that you have, or release any type of laziness, because self-doubt can actually cause you, you can have passion behind it, but if you have that secret self-doubt within it, then you can kind of not allow it, or that can kind of hinder you from not making a concrete plan, because you could be like, man, I want to do this, but Aries energy, full part, I want to do this, but I'm not really too sure. Perfect. That ties into it. So this is the self-doubt, and this is you taking this leap of faith. So you could say, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it. But if you have that self-doubt energy, Tensosaurus have that self-doubt energy, you might not necessarily think that it's important for you to have like pen to paper and actually do that. So you need to release that. All right, Spirit, can I have 3 cards to clarify these? Ooh. Yep. Okay. Yep. And the last card. Yeah, there we go. Yep. So, sorry y'all, I'll be knocking the crap out of myself. But, so first things first, well actually I'll go back. But, the 8 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. The 8 of Pentacles is all about putting in work. You see, he's literally putting in work. And this falls under your dreams need a practical plan. The 10 of Pentacles is Virgo energy as well. The 10 of Pentacles is reaching highest wish fulfillment in like a stable type thing. So there's a lot of earth energy. So you guys maybe need to make sure that you stay grounded during the full moon in Aries. A lot of earth and fixed energy, kind of solid concrete. And 2 of Wands is Aries energy. So with the 10 minus 8 is 2. So that's kind of going back and forth. Kind of not really, and 22 might be significant to y'all as well. But 2s are all about choices, decisions, balance, bringing harmony into a situation. So with your dreams need a practical plan, you need to make sure that things are aligned, things are balanced. And the only way that you can do that is to fully trust and immerse yourself in like the divine energy, your spirit guides energy, your angels energy, however you want to call them. But yeah, so it's like spirit is asking you to make, you know, you can have this envisionment of your mind of, you know, what you want, but spirit is asking you to put that work in to get here, to get to the ultimate like wish fulfillment, the ultimate stability, you know. A lot of 10th house energy, Capricorn energy. Capricorns, they be putting in the work in the shit, you know. So take this time during this full moon in Aquarius to write out your ideas. Direct that passion. Don't talk about it, be about it. So direct, like, make sure you redirect your passion into something that is concrete, something that is solid, something that is going to bring you this stability and abundance. Yep. And Taurus, actually, they rule material possessions. And the 10 of Pentacles is all about, like, you know, stability. So yeah, spirit is just asking you to make that choice, make that move. Spirit is asking you to release this energy, because nothing can come to fruition in this type of energy. Nothing. Spirit is asking you to release this stubborn type energy. Maybe things might not be happening the way that you want it to happen. That's the 5 of Wands. This is the 4 of Cups. Maybe things might not be happening the way that you want it to happen, but it's all about that trust factor with spirit. Are you going to fully submerge yourself and fully trust in the plans that they have? Yep. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Make sure this is Virgo, Libra energy, Cancer energy, and Scorpio energy. So make sure that the Queen of Swords is very intelligent. She knows how to use her sword and she cuts things out. Two of Cups is all about partnerships. It doesn't necessarily have to be love. I'm not feeling the energy of love, but love can definitely apply to this, especially if you feel like someone isn't, you know, there for your best good or your highest good, like we were saying previously. So with these three cards, the energy that I'm feeling off of this is Spirit wants you to cut out anything that no longer like serves you, or that will no longer, any partnerships or anything that won't help you get to this stability. I'm just feeling the energy of like Spirit is asking you to take this Aries, in this full moon in Aries, to cut that shit out. End the cycle. Cut that shit out. Because if anything, it's bringing you another 5. 5s are all about changes. We had 2 5s. So, and then 2 2s. Actually 3 2s, but nonetheless, there's a lot of synchronicities. So you guys probably need to pay attention to synchronicities that are around you as well. Yep. Yep. Alrighty. Last but not least, I'm going to get some advice from the romance angels if it comes out. Okay. Alright, Spirit, can I have some advice for my collective for this full moon in Aries? Some advice for my collective for this full moon in Aries. So yeah, make sure you guys are grounded. Make sure you don't necessarily take out aggression on anybody. Take this time to take this energy, this heightened energy, to release the things that no longer serve you. All right, Spirit, can I please have some advice for my collective for this full moon in Aries? Advice for my collective for this full moon in Aries. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so I have unrequited love. I'm gonna get 2 more cards. I have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So yeah, man, take this passion to redirect it to your stability. Figure out what no longer serves you. Figure out what needs to go. Person, place, people, thing. Spirit, can I please have one more card of advice? Spirit, can I have one more card of advice? Thank you. Honeymoon. Enjoy holiday bliss and time together. So something could be, I was thinking of the first energy, or the first energy. The first Halloween, like I said, y'all, please slow down. Something could be happening around Halloween that you need to pay attention to, because that's the next holiday that is coming about. Something could be happening around the holiday seasons, but yeah. Yeah, man. And one last card of advice, Spirit. Yep. Healing family issues. Heart-to-heart conversations at the bottom. Yep. It says healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So like I said, do that shadow work, y'all. Have that passion to gain more stability in your life. Have the conversations that you might not want to have. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my video. To book me for a personal reading, you can, yeah, all my information is in the description box below. Bye, y'all.